Robotics and artificial intelligence are expected to eliminate half the jobs now available to people with a high school education in just the next 10 years. But these new technologies will also create more and better jobs for those who get an advanced education after high school. But don't worry, you don't need parents who can write big checks to afford the education and training you will need to compete. We are going to show you how other young men and women who graduated from Tulsa Public Schools paid for their education beyond high school themselves and are building successful careers. You can too. Remember, success in life requires commitment and persistence. It doesn't rely on luck. While it may be hard work, the juice is worth the squeeze. This is Brandon Oldham. He's a graduate of Central High School. Brandon attended the University of Oklahoma on scholarships. He received a BA in journalism and public relations and a master's degree in higher education and administration. Brandon's dream was to have a job where he could give back to his community. He began his career working for the mayor of Tulsa on diversity and city development. He is now a program associate for the George Kaiser Family Foundation, involved in the redevelopment of North Tulsa. Brandon is a good example of why good grades are money in the bank. He knew the better his grades, the more scholarship money he would earn, and the better colleges he could attend. Brandon studied over a year for the ACT test used for college admissions and scholarship applications. He even gave up playing his favorite sport his junior year, so he had time to research and apply for more scholarships and grants and improve his grades. This is Louis Wattis. He's a graduate of Memorial High School. Louis received scholarships to attend the University of Tulsa, where he received a degree in engineering. While he was attending TU, he became a vice president of the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. His good grades and the SPHE relationships opened the door to a paid internship. Louis is a first-generation college graduate. He came to the U.S. when he was 9 years old with a dream of getting a college education and becoming an engineer. Louis went to Memorial High School in Tulsa, TPS's magnet school for engineering. He was a student leader in high school and a member of Memorial's robotics team. He completed his general engineering course requirements at Tulsa Community College and then transferred to the University of Tulsa. This is Tia Edwards, who graduated from Booker T. Washington. She received a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from Oklahoma State University. Tia finished the 5-year engineering program in 4 years with no debt and a 3.8 GPA. The Oklahoma's Promise Scholarship paid for all of her tuition at OSU. Other scholarships paid the balance of her college expenses. Tia wanted to go into management after she began working as an engineer and went back to college part-time to earn her MBA. She's now the team leader of her engineering group and on track to become a senior manager. Tia took advanced placement courses in high school that earned her college credits. She also attended Booker T. Washington's and Tulsa Tech's pre-engineering programs. In addition to her Promise Scholarship, she applied for over 50 scholarships and received 6 that paid for books, room and board, and other college expenses. Tia had no student debt at the time she graduated. This is George Lee. He attended Bryan High School in Bryan, Texas. George was raised by his father because his mother was incarcerated most of his life. George saw college students going to Texas A&M near Bryan and figured out that education would elevate his own life. He paid for all his undergraduate degree at the University of Oklahoma and most of his graduate studies with scholarships and was a member of the OU debate team that received national honors. YPNG was able to interview George just after he graduated with his master's at OU. The full interview of how he succeeded being raised by just one parent involved in his life and how he came to understand the importance of education for his future is posted on the Mentor page on the YPNG website. Here's what I want to say to other young people about how education can lead to success in life based on my own experience now that I've gotten my degrees. It's important that everyone go on and get some kind of education and training after high school. There's going to be less and less opportunities for people with just a high school degree, and your grades are what will open up future opportunities for you after high school. Remember, nobody can do everything, but everyone can do something. You have to understand that the world we live in is really shrinking and that the competition is getting fierce. You have to presume that getting a good job is going to continue to get more difficult, and that you will have to get an education beyond high school. Only with a good education will you be ready and able to compete in the job market so you can live comfortably. Technology is what is rapidly changing the workplace. The percentage of jobs available to high school graduates in Oklahoma is projected to decline from about 49% today to around 25% by 2030. Tulsa is one of the U.S. cities that will be most affected by rapidly advancing technologies. The following slides give a few examples of how technology is changing the workplace and future job opportunities. Many people in restaurants are going to be replaced by robots. The first automated hamburger restaurant is now open in San Francisco, where all the cooking is done by robots. Other kinds of restaurants are also automating their kitchens with more and more chefs replaced by robots. Bricklayers are starting to be replaced by robots.
Construction Robotics was founded in 2007 with a goal of bringing robotics and automation to on-site construction.
Complete houses are now being constructed in less than 3 weeks using 3D printer technology.
But the completion of this 3D printed house in Beckham, Germany is set to change everything. Developed by leading formwork and scaffolding firm Perry, experts in its disruptive products and technologies department and its project partners, the structure, a detached single-family property, is the first 3D printed house in Germany and offers 160 square meters of living space across its 2 stories. Critically, the structure is the first 3D printed building in Germany to become certified with a national building accreditation, smashing a major barrier and paving the way for larger, more complex projects.
Here are a series of townhouses constructed with 3D printer technology. This is a fulfillment warehouse where the workers are being replaced by robots. This is a robotic pharmacy tech that can replace 4 or 5 people.
We've been focused on reducing cost and improving quality to patients for years, and technology really gives us an opportunity to take big strides in that area.
While artificial intelligence and robotics will replace many manual jobs, they'll create more and better jobs than those they displace. These new jobs will elevate the lives of the people who get the education they need to fill them. The highest starting salaries are all STEM careers in fields like engineering, physics, and mathematics, and require 4 or 5-year college degrees. But you can also earn high salaries with 2-year associate's degrees. Here are 2-year programs at TCC and Tulsa Tech with good salaries. These are 4 skilled trades offered at Tulsa Tech, OSU Tech, and through an apprenticeship program that will pay you while you are training. Most people have not heard about one of these fields called mechatronics technicians. These technicians maintain and program the robots used in advanced manufacturing and are an example of the new jobs created by new technology. Compare all these salaries to the average salary of a high school graduate or the average salary of a dropout, and you can see what George Lee was saying is true. You're going to need an advanced education after high school to be able to compete in the new and rapidly changing economy. To help you choose a career that's right for you, you can take the free MAP career test on the YPNG homepage. and you can go to OK College Start, where you can identify careers that match your interests. The YPNG website has more resources that will help you research a variety of careers, including mentor interviews and podcasts with over 125 successful local people, including a dozen entrepreneurs, and articles on vocational and apprenticeship programs. YPNG can also help you find ways to pay for your advanced education. Go to the College Bound pull down where there are links to local and state scholarships that will pay your tuition. There are also search engines for many other scholarships and grants, and places where you can get help with the college application process, including a section in Spanish with a list of scholarships for Hispanic students. Here are the GPA requirements you need to know. You can see that every high school graduate from a Tulsa public school with a 2.0 or higher can get technical training or go on to college after they graduate from high school. Tulsa Tech and TCC only require a 2.0 GPA for many programs. Smaller colleges like Rogers and NEO require 2.5. OSU guarantees admission if you're in the top third of your class or have a 3.0 GPA. OU varies by year, but their cutoff is generally around 3.2. Don't be afraid of the cost of a post-secondary education at these schools. Oklahoma, and the Tulsa area in particular, has the most generous scholarships and financial aid programs anywhere that will help you pay for these colleges and technical training programs and minimize the need for student loans. Oklahoma's Promise has paid college tuition for over 95,000 students over the last 12 years. The family income limit is now $60,000. Students can apply during 8th, 9th, or 10th grade. The value of the tuition paid by OK's Promise and associated grants at the more expensive schools is more than $48,000. Here are the 3 main requirements you must meet: a record of good behavior and attendance, and a minimum 2.5 grade point average. If you meet these 3 requirements for behavior, attendance, and grades, your Promise scholarship is in the bag. Tulsa Achieves provides up to 100% of tuition and fees to Tulsa County High School seniors who enroll at Tulsa Community College in the fall right after they graduate from high school. Tulsa Tech has a program that also covers your tuition called the Accelerated Independence Scholarship. There are no family income limits for Tulsa Achieves or the Independence Scholarship. To be eligible for Tulsa Achieves, you must reside in Tulsa County while in high school, and you must apply as a high school senior. You must also be a U.S. citizen or legal resident, have completed a FAFSA when you apply, and again the following year to maintain your eligibility. The Accelerating Independence Scholarship at Tulsa Tech also offers you the opportunity to attend tuition-free. It's available to students through the age of 23 who are high school graduates from any area public, private, parochial, charter, or homeschool program. Applicants just need to submit their high school transcript and complete the FAFSA. Another source of funding that's often overlooked is the Oklahoma Baccalaureate Scholarships. These scholarships enable 11 participating public universities to provide up to 4 years of scholarship support to academically promising Oklahoma students enrolled in a 4-year program. Participating universities include schools popular with TPS graduates like Langston University, Rogers State University, and University of Central Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Grants and Scholarship Database also has a wide variety of grants offered by both the federal government and the Oklahoma state government. Some of these are career-specific grants ranging from professions like engineering, law, nursing, medical school, teaching, and the arts. You can use scholarship search engines to find more scholarships. Links to these examples are available under the YPNG College Prep pull-down. Zench was created by college students and is good at knowing what future college students need and includes more than $1 billion in scholarships. ScholarshipExperts.com was created by a group of parents, education professionals, and students as a way to get accurate and current scholarship information. Peterson's College Scholarship Search offers free online test prep, school searches, and career tools, as well as a database of scholarships from 5,000 providers. Unigo offers profile-based matching as well as easy-to-browse categories. Its user-friendly interface makes finding scholarships simple. Here are some other ways to help pay for college. You can take advanced placement courses in high school that give you college credits like Tia Edwards. Several YPNG mentors went to college for 2 years at TCC to save money and then transferred without losing valuable credits. Work-study programs are available at OU and OSU and most other colleges where you have to live on campus that will pay your room and board for working around 15 hours a week and is worth about $12,000 per year. You can even get help paying for childcare in college. More than a quarter of undergraduates in the U.S., about 48 million students, are raising dependent children. Federal funds are available to support college care programs at 2- and 4-year colleges. Ask your counselors at your high school and the colleges you want to attend. Building a successful career requires persistence and commitment. Persistence means that you look at problems as chances to show your personal ability to solve those problems. They're an opportunity to separate you from those people who do not have the character to persevere and get discouraged when things are not going well. Here's a famous quote on persistence by Nelson Mandela, who dedicated most of his adult life fighting to eliminate apartheid. "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." But you can only persevere when you are fully committed to being successful. A lot of people are highly intelligent or have other unique abilities but are not successful. It's persistence fueled by your own personal commitment to succeed in all aspects of your life, not just academics, that will make you a success. My favorite quote on commitment is from LeBron James. "Commitment is a big part of what I am and what I believe. How committed are you to winning? How committed are you to being a good friend, to being trustworthy, to being successful? How committed are you to being a good father, a good teammate, a good role model?" There's that moment every morning when you look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you committed or are you not? Being committed to building a successful life, it's hard work, but the juice is worth the squeeze.